All right, so this email says, how do I create a speaking page that addresses both demographics?
How'd you do that?
I see that success is not something you pursue, it is something you are.
Here's the full email. Most of the email. She says, my conflict at this moment is how to create a speaking page that addresses both demographics I speak to, or should I create two pages? I'm a parent educator. I speak to corporations in the work-life area. I help employee parents with their parenting issues so they can better focus at work. And I'm not sure how to find gigs that can give me speaking engagements for that. And then there is the event meeting planner demographic. Not sure if I should create another page just for them. And what do they want from someone like me? And I used to be a meeting planner, so I should know. Ha! Tisk, tisk, tisk. So that's my current dilemma. I loved all the ideas for locating. Okay. All right, so cool. So basically, she wants to know, should she create two different pages, two different sites, or have one website? Because there's the meeting planner demographic, then there's the demographic of the work-life balance employee type thing, a majigger. So basically, there's two options you have. You can essentially create two different websites if you want, or you can actually do what I've seen a lot of people do, is you have one website, it's a landing page, and then there's two different sections. On one side, there's, are you a meeting planner? And click here if you're a meeting planner. On the other side is, are you an employee? Are you an employee? Click here if you're an employee. So as soon as they come to your website, they see that and they click whichever one they are, and then it directs them to the right pages. So you can essentially do that, and that's a really good thing to do. But also you need to think in terms of, with meeting planners don't really, it's not just about me as a meeting planner. The meeting planner, their client is the employee or the corporation hiring you. So they're more interested in what you can do for them. You want to think in terms of making their customer happy. So if you post on your website all these videos and all this really good information for the employees and that type of market, if you post good information for them, the meeting planner says, okay, perfect. This is a really good speaker for this event. So you don't necessarily need to talk to the meeting planner directly. You talk to them indirectly. One of the things I did want to point out as I was reading this email is, once again, I start to think in terms of where you say you're not sure how to find gigs that can give you speaking engagements for that. A lot of speakers have this problem. And what I tell every single person is you need to essentially think in terms of how you're positioning yourself. If you're having problems, there's a reason. So think in terms of how you're positioning yourself. Always think about, okay, who exactly are the other speakers who are similar to me? If there aren't any, or if there are very few, then you're positioning yourself the wrong way. That's a sign. It's not a good sign. It's not saying, oh wow, I'm the first person ever in the world to do this. That's not a good sign. It's a bad sign. It's basically saying there are no speakers out there like this because nobody is hiring a speaker like this. So you want to essentially think in terms of, instead of work-life balance, think in terms of productivity. You position yourself as a productivity type speaker. And there are speakers out there like that who talk about productivity and being more productive in general. And you might think, oh, it's the same thing. Technically, it is the same thing, but the words are used differently. You want to think in terms of knowing the difference between what your talk is and selling the talk. They're two completely different things. Saying work-life balance, nobody really looks for that. Saying productivity, you're a productivity speaker or a time management speaker, now you're the speaker that people look for. So understand the difference between what your talk is and how to sell the talk. So if you're having a hard time finding events, it's because you're not positioning yourself right. Just think in terms of how do they describe speakers like you, then describe yourself in a similar way and basically show how you're different through your videos and using words like, oh, the engagement, entertaining, and that sort of stuff. But when you describe yourself, if you describe yourself in a way where people have no idea what the heck you're talking about, or in ways where very few people actually search this thing, then you're going to have a hard time getting on stages. So when you say, you're not sure how to find gigs that can give you speaking engagements for that type of area, is because you're not describing yourself right. If you describe yourself as a productivity time management speaker, I guarantee you it's a lot easier for you to find events, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to get hired. If you guys have any questions about your speaking business, send me an email to info@speakinglifestyle.com, and I'll look through the questions and I'll answer a few. Just make sure that you include enough information in there about how I can actually help you.